My name's Jeremy Stoermer. I'm an engineering tech here at Holley. I mainly do research and development. I have a 1970 AAR Cuda Tribute Car. I've had the car now for approximately 10 years. It's pretty much bone stock other than aftermarket headers and a few other modifications to the carburetors. The car started life as a 1970 Barracuda Grand Coupe, so it had a lot of different things on it than what the AAR actually has. It's been repainted, both the yellow and the black on the hood. The spoiler, the hood, the engine and transmission are all out of a wrecked AAR Cuda, so those were not original to the car when I purchased it. And also the stripes were put on it afterwards too. Holley products that I have on the car currently are the 2300 series 6-pack setup, as well as some hooker headers that are ceramic coated. Unique to the 1970 Cuda was the hood as well as the 340 6-pack setup. The carburetors are actually Holley 2300 series with 1350 CFM, which sounds like a ton of CFMs for a small motor like that, but they handle it well. With mild modifications and a little tuning on my car, it manages 1340 in the quarter mile at about 105 mile an hour. The rated horsepower was 390 horsepower for that year, 1970. Of course, they say it was underrated at the time. One of the nice features about the 6-pack setup is that you actually, when you're cruising down the highway, you're only running on the center carb, which is 500 CFMs. So you can manage 16 to 18 miles to the gallon. But when you mash on the throttle, that's when the outboards, the vacuum kicks in and all 1350 CFM comes to life. There's nothing like the feeling of mashing the gas, hearing the tires squeal and watching the gas gauge go down as you cruise along. By and large, my favorite Holley product, especially for the Mopars, would have to be the 6-pack setup they provide. Another great thing about having the Holley carburetors sitting on top of that 340 is the fact that Holley still has a custom shop where you can send it in, have them completely refurbished using your original carburetors with the correct numbers, have it come back looking like it just got pulled off the showroom floor in 1970. The reason I like Mopars so much is because there aren't too many of them out there. I get tired of having the same car as everyone else when you drive into a cruise-in or go to a car show. I like the high-impact colors, I like the combinations of engine and transmission, and then of course the power. Another unique feature for the 1970 AAR was the strobe stripe that went down the whole side of the car. Kind of unusual, but not necessarily unusual to Mopars. They were pretty well known for their impact colors as well as odd striping. Bumblebee stripes, hockey stripe. My car is actually lemon twist because it's a Plymouth. If it was a Dodge, they'd call it top banana. No matter where I go with the car, whether it's a cruise-in or a car show, it draws attention from everybody in the crowd. Chevy, Ford, Mopar guys all alike. Everybody likes it. They don't normally see one at the car show. Usually I don't see another one at the car show, so it makes me feel pretty good. There were quite a few options for rims in the 1970s on the Cuda. You could get a completely stock, bone stock steel wheel with dog dishes, which is a center cap that they call the dog dish. You could get the rally wheel, which is what my car has. You could also get a road wheel or a Magnum 500 style wheel. The AAR Cuda and the Challenger TA were actually the first production Mopar cars to come with a staggered stance tire, one being smaller in the front and the larger being a rear tire. 1970 was the only year for the AAR Cuda as well as the Challenger TA. I currently have 5 classic Mopars, starting with a 36 Plymouth slantback sedan. Kind of a rare, unusual car. It doesn't have the rear trunk on it. It's a 2-door. I also have a 38 Plymouth Coupe that is a rat rod. Started out as a chicken coop when we found it in Arizona. Long story to that one. I also have a 1970 Challenger RT SE 383 4-speed car, which is sassy grass green with black interior. I have the Cuda, and then I also have a 1974 Challenger that is currently a drag car. I don't have any future plans to acquire any more Mopars. Unfortunately, I ran out of garage space, and my wife has to approve it first now. As far as the Cuda and the Challenger, I'm going to let my kids flip a coin and see who gets one of those. I'll give one to each of them when I decide I'm done with them, I guess.